Have to scooch in for the
Instagram.
There he is.
Here we go.
We're doing
Here we go.
Instagram
Here we go.
and YouTube. So one screen super wide and one screen is not. So you can also check us out live on YouTube now, and these episodes will be available for you to watch anytime on the Neighborhood Hive YouTube channel. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Welcome. We have a special guest for you today.
Yes.
We're gonna be chatting with her in just a bit. She's gonna have to suffer through some of our banter as we fill you in with the things that are going on today and this week.
Yes. So Sarah Young, councilwoman. Do you prefer councilwoman, councilperson?
Very flexible.
Okay.
It's a new title.
Excellent.
So either one works great, but happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
We're excited. She represents
absolutely.
District 7 here in Sugar House.
Yeah.
So we're going to have all the tough questions.
We've had
Not
a
really.
little bit of an opportunity to get to know her a little bit better. We've seen you down at the Sugar House Rocks down in the plaza. We've had you in here with us a few times, and so it's kind of it's a nice opportunity to get to know you a little bit better.
But a nice segue. She's a educator,
right?
And it's back to school week.
Congratulations to all us parents out there. I hope you're getting a lot
Yes.
done. You're utilizing that 5 hours and getting Laundry Mountain or whatever it is taken care of.
And thanks to all the teachers too now that are
Absolutely.
taking over, right?
Yeah, it's one of those tag your it moments.
I mean,
So-
kind of, like that whole code aspect was a whole different education for parents as well. I think, and I was much more grateful than I have ever been in trying to ride that out and take care of the teachers, our educators out there for sure.
But you know what time of year it is? It's time to stock up that pantry down at Highland High School.
Yeah, we saw that. We have a really nice barrel now. It used to not be nearly as cool as it is now.
It's a custom barrel. So what they're looking for, they're still looking for the personal hygiene items, especially feminine hygiene items. Clothing. Don't bring in, I'm just going to be candid, don't bring in old used clothes. No high school kid wants to wear that. But gently used and new clothes,
jackets,
just sitting around,
like
jackets,
the weather's
stuff
going to
to
change
keep people warm. They could use all of that. And it is a
Backpacks.
fantastic program. And it's not just for those students at Highland, it's for them to go in and shop for their entire families too down there. So
it's a great program.
it's a good program. So help support it and
fill up that barrel.
Fill up the barrel. And we're going to have some opportunities for you to fill up that barrel.
That's true. They're coming up as well. We're bringing some things back that have been kind of pushed off to the side during the summertime. It's been hot enough that people have been out doing their own things. But we'll get to that.
Get there.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
So you're ready to do some stretching on Sunday, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's my favorite day to really stretch is Sunday. no particular reason. I was kind
that
of
day in particular.
Yeah.
Yoga 6 in the parking lot. They do it the first Sunday of every month.
Yeah, 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Yep.
And bring your mat. We block off a section and they send up one of their awesome instructors. If you hold a Yoga 6 pass, you can use your pass here.
Oh, cool.
I'm not sure if they're doing a drop-in rate, so come check it out either way. Support Yoga 6, great Sugar House business. Coming to hang out at the Neighborhood Hive on Sunday morning.
Indeed. We've gotten to know that pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Next Thursday, we have fly tying. So we don't have a whole lot to jam in this weekend, but I'm telling you, September is going to be bringing it tough. We have a lot of cool stuff going on in September.
I saw the email that Tiffany sent out to our vendors about what's going on between September and Christmas. And
it's going to be a lot.
Jam-packed. So
yeah, we like to do things here. So that's one of the things we like to do is really showcase our vendors and show them off. And that encompasses a lot of things. And anything from, the meditation folks, the mindful stuff, any of our producers are all doing a great job. So it's coming, man.
Yeah.
The wave's on it.
Yeah.
Summer's over.
And that starts next week. So
grateful for
Sugar
that
House
too.
Community Council meeting on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
And that's from 7 to 9, open to the public.
Yep.
Come give your input. There's a lot of construction and stuff going on right now. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But if you have opinions, don't stay quiet. Don't once something gets started, a project gets started, say, nobody asked me what I thought.
I didn't hear anything about this.
Because this is a huge opportunity for you to come and talk to the city people, to talk to the leadership, and talk to the designers and engineers.
Great place to do it for sure.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and you guys are really fortunate with the community council in that you also have state leaders who
Yes.
show
we
up.
do.
And so, representing for every single aspect of
We
different
do.
types of government. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have an issue here in Sugar House and want to talk to some of these leaders, it's at the Neighborhood Hive.
Yeah.
I mean, where else are you going to go?
It's good for conversations, good for education. That's what we're trying to do.
And then the fly tying.
Fly
6
tying
to
on
9.
Thursday. That'll be back to our once a month. We haven't switched it over yet, but one of the big topics of that's going to be the Monty Ball, of course. You know, I don't know if anybody's following Mr. Chris Peterson, our artist who did our mural outside, but he just finished another one with some help of our other local artists out in Vernal, and it looks really awesome. They did a Colorado River Cutthroat out there, and that's 3 in 1 year.
Come on, be fair.
Yeah.
Give our partner Tiffany a plug.
Tiffany,
She's
our other friend Caro, the artist, local artist. Yeah, went out and helped Mr. Chris out.
Yes.
It's a big project. It's taller than the one we have here, but not quite as long.
Yeah, check out Utah Wildlife Wall's Instagram feed.
Yep.
It's
Then on the 14th, we have meditation with Brooke. Meditation for everyone. You guys are probably familiar with her. It's after hours. Starts at 7, goes till 8 or 7:30, goes till 8:30.
Yep.
Always a good one there. She's the best. She's one of our customers and neighbors and just a good friend that we've acquired since we opened up here.
Yes.
Yeah, very
And
fortunate that way.
if you want to show up, it's meditation for everyone. You can drop in, you can donate, you can RSVP on her Instagram. So check that out as well. I'll
Indeed.
put the link in the show notes.
Tied together with that whole fly tying business and the Bonnie Ball business, which is going to blow up. It's going to be huge. There's a lot of cool stuff going on with that. But on the 16th is I think it's the last Fish for Garbage of the summer. Our friends with Fish for Garbage, who definitely sponsor a lot of stuff here, fly tying night as well as Bonnie Ball and stuff. They're going to be doing river cleanup on the Weber River up near Hennifer at the Weber River Float Park up there. That's a lot of fun. They do want you to, sign up for that one if you're going to do it. The lunch is going to be provided by the back country hunters and anglers this time.
Oh.
And so they need to know how many people they're going to feed for picking up garbage. And there's always a ton of really cool raffle stuff. And then, if you're just cuckoo and you need to go get some fishing done afterwards, you're in a really good spot to jump into something else.
Or just come to Bonnie Ball.
Or come to Bonnie Ball. That's a good one, too. That's not the
Yeah.
same day, though. Bonnie Ball's not till 30th.
Oh, wow, I'm jumping ahead.
That's
here.
okay. But,
Holy cow.
the cool thing about the
I'm just
Bonnie Ball
excited.
this year is that, we've had a little bit of a community interaction with the Fish for Garbage folks, and they've gotten rogue, and they decided they're going to do their own they sponsored their own cleanup this year. So the morning of Bonnie Ball, there will be a cleanup in Mill Creek Canyon. You're going to get lunch for that one, too, if you sign up for
I
that.
just had my wires crossed.
That's
I thought
all right,
we already
man.
jumped into Bonnie Ball.
They're crossing
Okay.
the fishing line. So if you get tangled up, we'll get you cleaned up and get you straightened out. Bonnie Ball's going to be a riot, though, and that's coming up at the end of September. We're still looking for volunteers if anybody wants to participate in that. We'll definitely put you to work, and it won't be too nasty as stuff, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
You know what I'd like to see?
What's that?
I'd love to see people stop leaving their trash up there. So Fish for Garbage had nothing to do
Put
with
them out of
it.
business.
I would
Yeah.
love that.
Then we can just have a barbecue.
If you're going to go use the public lands, take care
Clean
of
it up.
folks.
Yeah,
Take care
for
of it.
sure.
Yes.
Mill Creek's one of those that's very near and dear to my heart. That's where I met a lot of the people who ended up starting Bonnie Ball. Chris Peterson, Brett Fritteman, a lot of folks from DWR and all that. I went up and did a volunteer up there, and it was a mess. But it was when after they had done the whole reconstruction and mitigation problem with all the different species up there, and turned it into a truly Bonneville cutthroat fishery.
And how many dumpsters at the Provo River at the first of the season this year?
It was insane. There was 4. We
Crazy.
filled up 4 dumpsters. So I don't think we're going to get quite that from Mill Creek. I would hope not, but it's possible. There's definitely the end of summer, that place needs a little bit of love, and it's pretty much our drainage that, the reason that we have the Bonneville cutthroat on the wall as well.
And so much of it is our watershed.
Yeah.
And we need to protect our watershed. So pay attention.
And Mr.
Read
Hayden
signs.
Cook is going to be running that one for us. He's also involved with the Cut Slam program as well. So these are all going to be fun things that we're going to be doing in September as it cools down a little bit. Hopefully we can have some fun. And our parking lot's going to be shut down, and it's just going to be a whole lot of fun out there with live music.
Yep.
DJ Ka.
Yep. DJ Cobb.
KUAA.
I think we might have a band or two.
I have it on good authority that there will be live music as well.
Excellent. Yes, we're going to have vendors. Our whole parking lot will be closed.
Yep.
So you're going to park over at Mountain America
America.
Credit Union, or better yet,
Just ride your bike or walk.
push the strollers.
Yeah.
Come on out. It is family friendly. There will be no alcohol. It's not Oktoberfest. It's on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So
Come on out.
hopefully
Everybody.
the weather will
Casting
be
Nodio,
fantastic.
It's going to be. Let's just plan on it.
Yeah, a couple of food trucks. We have vegan and other.
That's true. Yeah,
Yes.
Top Dog, the hot dog guys, as well as Omar's going to have some extra special stuff going on right here at the Hive Express Bar.
Yeah,
You can probably count on some the
tamales.
nitro and some tamales.
Tamales.
Yeah, we'll have the Bonnie Bland back on tap for that weekend as well. So, yes, please come and join us for that one. It's a lot of fun, and the proceeds are going to the Utah Wildlife Walls to keep the murals going.
Yeah, sip and shop.
Yeah, buddy. It's been a minute.
We've had a lot of you wonder when we're bringing back sip and shops. September 22nd.
It's going to be here.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be
September
fun.
22nd.
So it's
Are
been
you
a
coming?
minute since we've done
Yeah.
that.
All right. So sip and shop, RSVP, just like the fly tying class on
Yep.
our website,
Please do.
theneighborhoodhive.org. free RSVPs. This is 21 and over for the sip and shop. You can bring your own bottle. You can possibly find something here if you're lucky. But please RSVP on our website. That's how we're going to keep it legal.
There. Yep, a lot of opportunity to meet the vendors and meet to make things. It always makes it a different concept of like, what do you come in and you do some shopping, but when you actually meet the people and the hands who are creating these products, it changes your perspective on locally made goods for sure.
And get your ideas for the holidays.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of handmade stuff, you guys, I'm pretty excited about this. It's still summer, right? Still plenty hot. Cheers. Officially. You got Coke? You got pineapple?
Mine's lime.
I have pineapple.
I got watermelon.
That is a super refreshing.
It's really good.
Refreshing drink.
That's a watermelon Jolly Rancher right there.
Yeah.
These were compliments of the Hive bar this morning. Right behind us, the Hive Express bar. They're pumping out plenty of coffee, but there's still a lot of cold drinks. They have a Barbie. I had a sip of that, but I'm kind of a Barbie boycott person. I know everybody in the whole world's gone crazy over Barbie.
I don't know, man. I even saw it. I thought it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Knew it was gonna happen. Oh man, let's not waste any more time. Let's get to
some more things.
Oh, you got another
sandwiches. We now have cooler sandwiches. All of you Dilworth teachers and Hillside teachers and Highland teachers.
Anybody that's working in the apartments over there next door?
We have sandwiches in the cooler every day. We have vegan burritos. Yeah. We have breakfast burritos, eggs, ham, cheese, vegetables. So stop in the Neighborhood Hive.
Grab and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll lead us into Sarah here.
Sure.
I asked her.
Grab her and go.
I asked her yesterday. I said, "How do you take your coffee?" She's like, "I'm a teacher. I take it black."
Yes.
So I thought that'll fit in very well.
Else. There's none of that in the teacher's lounge. So you had to learn to drink it straight.
Exactly.
Well, welcome and congratulations on your new position.
Yeah, thanks for helping out. Right, I mean there was a need there, and you definitely took care of that.
Oh, thank you.
How do you get appointed to that? I was curious about that.
Yeah, so there were actually 15 individuals who submitted an application to the city recorder, saying they were interested. So I share that number a lot because I think it really speaks about the passion for District 7 and just the desire to make sure that we have a voice and a representative for the community. We then did kind of really quick lightning round interviews in a public meeting. So everyone got 5 minutes to kind of be able to speak about themselves as a candidate and their vision for being a part of city council. Through a series of kind of rounds of those interviews, there were 6 city council members who had the opportunity to appoint this position. And at the very end of the day, that was me.
Wow, good job.
Yeah.
Wow,
thanks.
congratulations.
That's serious stuff though. Like 5 minutes, that's a lot to try and
Yeah.
fit into a 5-minute window, right?
Especially when there's so much going on in the community and all of the different issues that, folks are passionate about. It was definitely a question of how quickly can you do everything? Having been an educator teaching 8th graders, I'm super good at delivering things as quickly as possible.
That short attention span, right?
Yep. I was gonna say, that probably played in my favor as part of the process.
Indeed.
Well, excellent. So we did have a couple of questions asked, and I was waiting for some super, super juicy ones, but here we go.
I like it. All right.
We were asked, what is your favorite Salt Lake City old school restaurant? And then what's your favorite new restaurant in Salt Lake City?
That's a good question. So I'm, old school. I probably have to go Millie's. A Millie's shake. And there are just times when you need that French fry and hamburger fix. And I love going down there. It's definitely one of those where especially on a hot summer night, just kind of hanging out outside the restaurant.
Grandma used to take us to Millie's when I was a kid.
Right. It takes you back.
Very nostalgic.
Yeah, your youth. You get to hang out with your friends, maybe.
Yeah, and even if you're not a hamburger person, I have to throw this out there. They do an amazing grilled cheese. Whatever your dietary preferences are, Millie's got you covered. So.
Right on.
Pretty awesome.
And what about the new?
So new is interesting because I think we have a lot of newer places that are emerging, and a lot of those that may be turning over more recently. So I was a really big fan of the flatbread stone pizza that we had that was on the corner that unfortunately closed.
Next to Hopkins.
Due to some of the rent issues. So I'm probably going to choose I had to choose the Hive because you guys have like such great food
Wow.
here, but also life-changing gelato. So they didn't mention that in the preview, but life-changing gelato.
Yeah, it's true.
Artigiano gelato.
Yeah, no,
I think we have
I-
6
Yeah.
or 7 flavors.
George,
Yeah.
George is
Yeah.
amazing. He does a great job.
Sweet cream is my
Morning,
favorite.
guys.
So yeah, I'm gonna choose you guys.
All right. Wow.
Newest member.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Yes. I think a lot of people are curious to past construction projects, roads, building. What else is important and on the top of the list here in Sugar House right now?
Yeah. So
We spend so much time talking about the building projects, but what else is going on?
yeah. So aside from construction, which I know is top of mind for like every citizen who is on the road, either driving a car or on a bike or on their feet, those are definitely huge issues. I have to touch on housing affordability. So I have a 15-year-old, so I definitely look ahead to like what his future looks like. And the future currently is he won't be able to live in D7 because just prices continue to go up. I know that there's a lot of focus with the city council on creating more density to be able to hopefully help in that area. But there's a difference between hoping for that and having a plan for that.
Well, the density's rentals.
Yeah,
Right.
well, and not necessarily affordable rentals
Yeah.
is
Also
kind of the
that.
nicest way to say it.
Yeah.
And so, I think it's important to have a plan. And there are tools that City Council has related to working with individuals who are in the development aspect to be able to make
Mhm.
sure we have more affordability. But that's a huge piece for me.
Yeah.
I think the other one is, and it honestly, it ties back so well to what's happening with Highland High School in terms of opening their pantry and what those opportunities are, but are the services that we're providing related to individuals who are unhoused, both here in D7 and more citywide.
Right.
So in my other job, outside of being a city council member, I've had the absolute pleasure of working with the policy project, establishing teen centers, so very similar to the pantry at Highland, as well as over at East, but being able to provide toiletries, opportunities to wash your clothes, to be able to take a shower for any of our kids in K-12 who don't necessarily have ready access to those resources outside of the area. Which is amazing, and that's a huge, great step for our community. But I think about what it means for those kids and their families when 4 o'clock comes and the buildings close.
Yeah.
So the city's been actively working on what do those solutions look like. It is something that involves both the county and the state, and making sure that all of the partners are really working together to one solution.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
I hear a lot about the Green Loop. It's not in District 7, but what are your thoughts on the Green Loop?
So I think anything we can do, like related to improving more livable streets, is key in terms of Salt Lake City.
I love it.
And I'm a huge walker. So when you said like walk on down, I was like, yes, that's me. Which is unfortunate right now because I have a brace on my leg, so it's definitely going to impact me for the next week. But I think about that again, not just in terms of like our everyday residents, but I think about it in terms of our kids.
Yeah.
And right now we have a pretty distinct divide with the freeway, like through the city. And we need to figure out ways to build more connections. And I think the Green Loop is a part of that solution.
I do too. I love the idea, and I'm super excited. I hope it comes to fruition.
Me too.
Yes. So let's talk about, you've got a couple of years left in your term.
No.
2026?
Oh,
No.
It is this year.
This year.
Ladies and gentlemen. So, we like to make sure that the voices of voters are heard. And so, although I was appointed by City Council, I am actively running for the seat for this upcoming November. And so, all the residents at District 7, you'll have an opportunity to, like I said, vote on your city council person. And, I hope you definitely vote for me in terms of continuing to be able to help serve and represent the voices here in Sugar House.
Are there primary races in city council?
So we do not have primary races in city council. It is actually a ranked choice voting, which is kind of, for those of you who may not be familiar, more of like a newer approach to voting that's meant to build more opportunities for consensus and less division, like within the city. So basically what that means is that instead of saying I'm choosing one candidate, you actually have the chance to say, here's my top choice, here's my second choice, here's my third choice, and kind of down the list. For this upcoming election, District 7, you guys have 2 opportunities to vote between me and my opponent. So it won't necessarily play out the same way it would if we had a longer slate. But that's kind of the approach.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So November.
Good. we have been standing up a campaign in the past 4 weeks, and so it's definitely been a bit of a rush. Yeah. But again, I really appreciate the opportunity to serve here. So
well, Cole, we appreciate you coming on, and we appreciate your service.
Yeah.
And
way to hop in there and
taking this on.
Grab the reins and go.
Yeah. And let us know what we can do to help support your campaign.
Thank you.
Also District 7 in the city as a whole.
Awesome. Well, the number one thing I'll say, just to back up one of the earlier opportunities, come out to city council or community council. Like, community council is really one of your opportunities to meet with your fellow neighbors and be able to have your voice heard. So you guys run an incredible meeting in terms of making sure that all the different issues across the city and state are represented, and that there's a dialogue about those things. It's not just like, here's the presentation, you guys like it, moving on.
We have a good leader in Landon.
Yes, we do.
We have a great leader.
Landon is phenomenal. I also have to give a shout out to Judy,
Yes.
Making sure that those voices are heard.
Yeah.
So for those of you who maybe haven't attended or are like, oh, I don't know if that's me, I'm telling you, it is you. They have such a great representation, all different backgrounds and kind of interests in the city.
Broadcast on Zoom as well, right?
We broadcast that on YouTube on the Sugar House Community Council YouTube page. It is broadcast live and also recorded, so you can watch it later.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, have a great weekend.
Yeah. Take care.
And
Be safe there. Get your laundry mountain done.
Thanks for having me.
Drive
Of course,
safe.
yeah.
All right, guys.
Thank you.